Hey community, here's what's brewing today.
Cockrings in Palm Springs.
Beyonce's Grammy snub.
And Valentine's Day. So get your cups ready for Minoritea Report.
Hey, welcome to Minority Report. It's Auntie Carell.
It's Auntie Duan.
And it's Auntie the other Jarrell.
I know that's right.
Nice caveat.
The other Jarrell. How you doing, boo?
I am doing good. How are you?
Doing well, you know. And the Hanny Jarrell, she had a work function tonight, so she couldn't hop on tonight. So we were like, you know what? We haven't had the other Jarrell in a minute. Let's get her on here.
It has been. I am glad that you called. I'm glad I was free.
I was same here. Same here. Always good to see you, boo. And then we got Duan out there, hopefully living that Palm Springs life. You know, the first time out in Palm Springs. It looks like you got a little tan, a little darker.
I've been trying to soak up a lot of the sun while I can because, honey, I hear the back east, y'all are frigid and struggling.
It was
with the SK struggling
with the Skruggle. Yeah, over the weekend. Now it was weird. You know how it'd be this time of year. Like it'll be like -20, and then the next day be 60 degrees, and that's what happened. Like today was 45. I think yesterday was like 50, but over the weekend, bitch,
she was Skruggle
fest for real. So I was like, dang, he picked the right time to get out of town.
Yep.
Well, y'all know we had that big ice storm in Dallas last week.
That's right.
Ooh,
that's the struggle because they don't know what to do down there.
Not at all. I'm like, y'all, it is okay. Like the world is not ending.
I saw cars stuck on like off ramps and people trying to push them up the hill. Like that don't even work like that. You can't push a car up a hill.
You can't even do that shit when it's dry.
Right. Like, oh, you Jack Frost. You just go shh and then push. Like, come on now. No.
Oh my God, no. So we have coming into my apartment, the garage, it's a steep incline to get into the garage. And I was not paying attention. It took me 10 minutes to get up that hill. I had to bag up, go around the corner, and get a running start to get into the parking garage.
Had them Fred Flintstone feet going. It's like, baby. Wow.
She said, we moving on up. She said, scratching and surviving just to get up into this garage.
Running like the Flintstones.
I know that's right. Damn. So Duan, last week we kind of teased the community that like all the time that we've been to Palm Springs, you had never been there, and that it should be living up to like Duan's standards of living and standards of just fabulosity. So has it? Like, is it what you thought? Has it lived up to what you thought? And pros and cons maybe of what it is so far.
First of all, Palm Springs is like, it's amazing. Like just the fact that you walk around and you see so many older queer men and, you know, like, and they're just living their lives being like happy and free and open and not like closeted and, you know, whatever. That is a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. That is it makes you so hopeful, you know, as a person who, like everyone else, you just get older every single year. So you're inching closer to like, well, what is my life going to be like when I'm, you know, 65, 70, whatever, you know, whatever one considers to be, you know, older of that age. And it's so refreshing to be able to be in a space where you see so much of it. I'll harken back to one of our earlier episodes when we talk about, you know, being a speck of pepper and a sea of salt. Girl, it's white as hell up at this beach.
It's white as hell.
For as close as we are to Mexico, even close as we are to New Mexico, like,
honey,
it is
like where they at.
It is. It is like
where we at?
You got to go to the Palm Desert for that.
Oh, sorry.
They're about 15 minutes south.
Right. Palm Desert's the hood of Palm Springs.
There you go.
They don't push us out. Damn.
Honey, I'm telling you, it is wiggity white up in here.
That's a word. That is a
But
word.
in terms of living up to my expectations, I had very little expectations other than kind of like what I've seen and talking to you all, and I just I was very curious to see like what the vibe was going to be like, and it's dope. We're in off season, so it's not like all the crazy and the shenanigans, pool parties and all that
Right.
stuff that I've been hearing about, but I didn't participate in.
Right.
But we got a nice little pool and jacuzzi in our place, so it all works out.
How's the weather? Because this year, time of year, it could be like 80 or it could be like 30.
66 during the day and
Yeah.
42 at night, girl.
So yeah, it's that fluctuation.
It's
Yep.
not it ain't luxuriating. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way. You'll
It's like,
catch
bitch, I
some
still need
sun
a
rays.
Parker or two.
I thought I was gonna be walking around in just a caftan, honey. I'm
Yeah.
walking around in like a parka. Like it's so goddamn cold. Like, I was so underestimating. I'm like, it's the desert. It's gonna be super warm. I'm gonna bring all of my little, not all, but like short shirts, short sleeve shirts that I haven't worn since the summertime. Like,
Yeah.
girl, I'm over here, long sleeves
Yup.
and
That
all.
is true. Especially when that sun go over that mountain. Bitch,
It's a wrap.
you be like, how the hell did it just drop 50 degrees in like 10 minutes?
We left the liquor store at 4 and got back to the house at 4, like 10, and it was dark. Left
Yup.
it and it was light, and got
Ooh.
here and it was dark. And it's like,
It's a wrap.
it's
Yeah.
this is not it.
It's different. So that's why the older generation like it out there, because they like, well, bitch, it's bedtime.
Right,
Not
exactly.
bedtime.
Look, they have their. I'm not gonna feed into that.
Right. It's the ageism for me.
Right, I know. I'm just like, honestly, that was one of the things that surprised me the most is, um, I still have a lot of ageist thought processes and thinking
Mm.
and bias
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I have to unpack
yeah,
because we were at Oscars for the
yeah.
tea dance on
Yep.
Sunday or whatever,
Mhm.
and showed up and they're like playing like Donna Summer and on the radio
Uh-huh.
and Save the Last Dance, Sylvester, like all this stuff from the 70s.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, this isn't the kind of music that I was thinking of when we playing at a tea dance. But then I'm like, but if I were 60, 70, whatever, this would have been the music that was like near and dear to my heart. So when
Those were
I'm
their divas. Yeah.
right, they're not
Mhm.
dropping it low for Jesus. They're, they're like saving the last dance. So, um,
Not
Girl, if
saving
they
the
drop it
last
too low, they
dance.
going to hell.
honey, drop it too low, they won't be getting up.
He said it's literally saving the last dance.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just like sitting there and I'm like watching all of these men, these older gay men, just living out their fantasies, singing their hearts out, having such a beautiful, joyous time. And in my mind, I'm like leaning into like this ageist kind of thing, like, oh, this ain't the
Yeah.
kind of music I listen to. Meanwhile, it is the kind of music I listen to.
I was about to
So
say, Donna Summer sound right up your alley.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. But I just had to check that.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
just had to check that.
Yeah.
I would love to come back. I'm here until Friday, and I would love to come back like in peak season when like the weather is
Yeah.
warm and it's all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's
Well,
been
maybe
cute.
this year you'll be invited to somebody's birthday.
Oof, damn.
Well, we'll see if those
We'll
plans
see.
get solidified.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's getting a little late to be,
Right, I mean,
be asking.
because the dance card is getting full.
Honey,
Sorry, but it is.
bingo. It's
Like,
like,
you gotta get these plans in early for the aunties. By February, we booked out for the year.
booked and busy.
girl,
It's so true. It's so true.
Mhm.
So at least I'm glad you
I
got out there.
understand
Yeah,
that.
like peak season is different because like obviously you have like right now in February probably the folks that live there year round.
Right.
Come like in another even a couple weeks because they have like the IBC weekend here at the end of the month,
Mhm.
and then come like spring break, April, May, sometime period. You get the LA gauge, you get the San Diego gauge, you get like the Vegas gauge. Like everyone's kind of in and out more because it starts to warm up in the pool parties and shit like that. So the average age might drop a little bit, but it's still a nice little plethora of age groups in it.
Honey,
Maybe a
I was
couple
one
more
of the
specks of
youngest.
pepper and paprika.
Ooh, not one of the youngest.
Yes,
I believe it.
I was one of the youngest.
I believe it.
And I had 3 people that were younger than me. So it's like, I'm looking around, honey, when you walk in, and just, I forget how cruisy, like bars used to be, like cruisy, because like today you just hop on an app and, whatever. But like back in the day, the way that you showed interest is you kind of like a little bit creeped on somebody, giving them the stare down and walking by them several times, doing your little Fruit Loops. And as soon as we walked in, it was like all eyes. Like,
can we talk about this? I didn't think I was that naive, but I didn't know what somebody, when they shake your hand and scratch your palm, meant they wanted you to come home with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby, I was at Roundup this past weekend.
I might be naive to that fact too.
Girl.
Oh, really?
I was like,
yeah. It's cold.
Like, I met this guy and he was like shaking my hand and he kept scratching my palm, and I'm like,
they'll take like their middle finger on the inside. So when
you're
shaking, you put your finger on the inside so you feel it.
Baby, I was like, so I walk away and I'm like,
this.
why was he scratching my palm? And one of my friends that I was with, he was like, oh, he wanted you to come home with him. I was like, well, why didn't he just say that?
That part.
Why are you scratching my palm? First of all, we were at the gay bar. Why are we being discreet? Why are we being
Roundup?
She said, okay, Morse code chestnut. What in the world?
Yeah. I was
1 star.
Right.
Girl. Baby, I was not in the armed forces. I do not know it.
Yeah,
I did not know that either. That's interesting.
That's an old thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I learned something new this weekend.
I learned something new today.
A long time ago. I remember a long time ago, I went on a date with this guy in Chicago, and we were on a first date, and he took his like fist and was like,
ooh.
Kind of like
he
was like, we were sitting side by side at the counter at this restaurant. So and so he took his fist and was like kind of like a little bit of grinding it into like my side, just like not hard, but like, just doing that. And I was like, what does that mean? And apparently, and I don't know this to be true, so y'all out there are into this, but apparently people that are into like fisting and BDSM and whatnot, that's one of the ways that you kind of like
show dominance
outside of like or just acknowledge the fact that that's something that you're into when you're on a first date, if you haven't met in the context of of that life.
Girl, he wanted to beat them guts up with his fist.
Well, I was probably like,
girl, he was gonna have you walking around like a lollipop.
And I was actually like, oh, this is kind of interesting. I never even thought about doing that. We've been trying to break generational curses in all different kinds of shapes and forms, and maybe this is one of the curses that I just haven't broken yet.
He was gonna break something, all right.
Yeah, all right. That's a curse, all right.
That is a curse, all right.
The Leo and me, I was so curious, and we spent the whole rest of the conversation just talking about BDSM stuff. So, and I'm literally going in with like, I'm Oprah Gale, like I'm asking all the questions, not just half of them.
He said, Robert. Robert.
So does that mean receiving or does that mean giving? What kind of equipment do you have in your place? Do you have to do setup before you go on a date, or do you set up when you come home? Like, do you close the door and then do the
She was over there for real, Gail and Oprah. She said, "This is 2020."
But Terrell, that is old. That is throwback. That is throwback signaling. That's like,
yeah, girl.
nobody really even use that anymore.
I'm just a baby.
She was like, I'm just a wee little baby, so
said,
I
"I
don't know
just
what
got
that
here."
shit mean.
She
I'm
said,
like,
my spirit literally just reincarnated like a
that
blip
part.
ago. So
That part. Shit. He
But I
said,
was
will you
like,
be mine?
why
Be
are
my
you
Valentine.
that part? Just ask. The answer
Right,
would have
right.
been yes, but like, why are you scratching my hand?
wait a minute.
He
So
said, so when I woke up the
what
next
had
morning, I asked him the question.
right, exactly. Look, after he got finished scratching the inside of my ass with that finger, I asked him, "What was that about?"
So what was that about? He's like, bitch, you worked, didn't it?
Well, you know. The more you know. The more you know.
Yes.
I know that's right. You were about to ask something though, Duane. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Oh Lord. But well, I wore pink today because it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. You know, even though I'm looking like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. but and I'm sure we probably talked about this over time of Valentine's Day. Do you guys care about Valentine's Day? Like, is it like relevant anymore?
It really not for me. No, not for me.
Yeah, I don't think. Like, it's one of those things. Like, I don't think it's relevant, but I like the card. I'm like, oh well, you can still get me a card or something. So like, I must care somehow. Maybe it's like this the acknowledgement that you still think
But
I'm
that's
your
your love
Valentine,
language, though, because words of affirmation. That's your
true.
love language. So
That is true.
it could be Tuesday and you get a card, be like,
That is
"Aw."
true. That is a valid statement. That is a valid statement.
So I don't know that. Like, I feel like when you after a certain point, especially when you've been in like long-term relationships, I feel like a lot of those, especially like Valentine's Day and kind of even
The
like
Hallmark
birthdays,
holidays that they call it.
it
Yeah.
just it doesn't hold the same kind of weight. I feel like when you're still courting somebody new or new-ish, those dates are important because you get to see a side of them, the romantic side of them that you otherwise might not ordinarily see. If you're you're dating
Then
somebody new.
that's the first problem.
Ooh, what's the
Because
problem?
if you don't see that ordinarily and you only getting it one day a year, then why are you here?
Ooh.
See,
Like,
Jarrell
That's how
has
you
entered the
feel.
conversation.
Tell us why.
I can buy cards and a flower for myself.
Oh damn.
Like, I need you
So
to
what's your
show that
expectations
you
then
care
on
and
that
love for
particular
me
day?
every day. What you do every day.
Okay. So like
if you don't show that you love me every day, this one day out of 365 days does not matter.
So say he didn't get you something on Valentine's Day. He told you every other day, and he's like, it's Valentine's Day. It's a Hallmark holiday. I don't need to do it today. What's your reaction gonna be?
She said, I want to feel special too.
Right. He said, I said 365, not 364, ho.
Well, here we go. If he didn't get me nothing, I'm gonna take something.
Ooh,
Oh,
I know that's
okay.
right. I know that's right. Like,
Where's my cocktail? Damn. We having after dark conversations.
Honey,
I'm here for it.
period.
Yes.
Okay, then she said.
I love
said,
that.
I mean, it's nice if you think about doing something, but I don't want you to go out of your way to do something that you don't normally do just because it's Valentine's Day.
Gotcha.
Like, I want you to do it because it's something that you enjoy doing. And I'm not saying you have to do it every day, every week, but things that you do sporadically throughout the year. Like, we'll do dinner.
Do you have like expectations for a person that you're courting? Let's say that you're not like in an official relationship. You haven't had that conversation. Like, oh, we exclusive, or not, but we are together. You're dating somebody. Do you have any expectations for them for like Valentine's Day if you are casually dating or habitually dating?
Yes. I guess I would say yes.
Okay.
But I have that expectation because I would also do the same.
Got it. Okay. Right. So you're not saying that you would only be waiting as a recipient of action, but you would be taking action as well.
Yeah.
Got you.
Okay. That makes sense. And like, and I'm like, I'm in year 11 at this point, so I'm like, shit, what did I do back in the day? But like I'm similar in that regard because like even now he doesn't even know it. Like we're gonna be on vacay on Valentine's Day, so I'm MIA this week. Community, bye. See you next week. But I got him a card, just because that's just what I do. Like get him something just to show because his is gifts. This trip is his damn gift. Shit, like he ain't paid.
I know Corey don't see it that way. You gonna have to get him something on the cruise ship.
He's like,
keychain or something.
He's like,
put a little cock ring around that.
Hey, I'll gladly do that.
I was gonna say something else, but like this is girl. Put it around the cock, girl. That's the gift.
First of all, can we?
What?
Do you normally use the word cock?
I was thinking the same. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've had this conversation with a couple of different friends. All my black friends just say dick.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. All my white friends say cock. And I'm like,
suck his cock, bro.
That is just for me. I'm like,
when
he
like, said it, I was
ever
thinking the
told
same
me
thing in my head
that you needed me to do anything to your cock, I'm gone. It's over. Bye. Ooh, no. I can't.
Literally, I was thinking
I
the
didn't
same
feel
thing.
right
I was
switching
like,
though.
He said cock.
I didn't feel right switching from saying cock ring to dick. So I was like,
that is true.
cock.
It's a cock ring, but it's not a dick ring. Huh. That is true, because I do call it a cock ring, but everything else is dick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, though. That's interesting. Huh.
Do
you say dick ring, Jarrell?
No, because the title of the actual product is a cock ring.
Okay.
I will say cock ring. But put the cock ring on your dick. No.
Okay. She said that was some bass.
She said it with her.
You're going to put some respect on that dick name.
Whole chest. Said it with a chest.
I love it.
Like, bitch, you better put that cock ring on that dick.
Yeah.
That part. Comes from the diaphragm.
I honestly feel like there aren't a lot. I'm not going to say there aren't any, but there aren't a lot of black gay men, at least that I'm aware of, and maybe that's my own naivete, that actually use cock rings to begin with.
I'm about to tell
I know they're out there, and we may be looking at them.
Right. 1/3 of today's episode.
Right. Jesus. I've seen the plethora. I will say that. The whole United Nations. I just wonder maybe it's more freely talked about maybe in maybe the white community and things like that, but I have seen all the above.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it on practically a lot of different kinds of people. I'm not saying that that's not the case, but I'm saying predominantly if you talk about who's buying cock rings and wearing cock rings, it's not black people.
Right.
We do. There are those of us that have, but predominantly when you see if you go toe for toe, video for video, dick for dick, keeping our
ball for ball,
right? Like you are going to see cock rings more on white men in gay porn than you would see on black men in gay porn, predominantly. Yeah.
Now I'm going through like my Twitter Rolodex in my head.
I was going to say, go ahead and do some investigative work. Prove me wrong.
It's like going through that Twitter Rolodex.
Nothing but black cock rings.
It's like, ooh.
Or that's black dicks and cock rings.
Yeah. And that's one of the things too. Community. Actually, I'm going to put this out to the community to help us out. If you know, we want to do an episode with like some porn stars because we have some questions that we've been saving that we directly want to ask. If you got a friend or somebody that's in the industry, let us know because we got some questions. We got some questions.
And I have some people who can answer them for you.
Okay, then. Okay, we'll chat after this episode. But yeah, so I guess that was a long-winded answer to say you're not doing anything special for Valentine's Day then, Dawn. Does Adam care?
Girl.
No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and you don't care either. It's like if he didn't get you nothing, it's like, girl, I'll see you tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, I gotta put something in a vase now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's like, oh, I gotta keep these things alive. Now there's another thing on my list to do.
Oh, and don't let me throw away a birthday card or look, in my household, I appreciate
Yes.
the cards and whatnot, but they have a shelf life of the day. So after that day has passed, in the trash, honey. I ain't holding on no damn card. Hallmark, you ain't got no room in this expensive ass apartment I'm paying in. No,
I know that's right. That's funny. See, I like to hold on to the cards, so that's funny.
Yeah, no.
Corey's the same way. I'll see that card in that trash. I'll be like, damn. Like, this man just threw this card in the trash. So over time, he saves it a little longer, but then ultimately that card in the trash.
Yeah. Also, I just feel like, especially with Valentine's Day, it is such a manufactured holiday, and everything is centered around just squeezing the most money that you can out of it for the most ridiculous of bullshit. Like, first of all, I don't like red roses at all. I think it's too common.
What's your flower of choice?
My flower of choice is, well, for romance, I prefer ranunculus. And it is it's like a very tightly wound.
You would want that word of a flower. That's such a Dewan word for
flower. You say iris.
Good luck.
Marigold. No, but it would be a ranunculus. I really love that flower. It's just a little bit more delicate, a little bit more wild. My everyday flower, the flowers that I enjoy the most, are tulips. I love tulips.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
I love tulips too. I like gladiolas too, but not as a gift. That's a floral arrangement flower. That's the ones that are like the stalks with the flowers off of the tops of them. That's the gladiolas. Yeah.
What are the ones that have the little red shoots in the middle that stain everything?
Wait, what?
Are they lilies? They have the little shoots in the middle, and then a lot of times people will cut them off so they don't drop and stain everything.
Yeah, those are tiger lilies.
Yeah, I like those, but man, if
tiger
you don't
lily
cut them bitches off,
so pretty.
I love tiger lilies, but I'm allergic to them.
So stainful.
Every time they come,
You're
they
allergic?
smell so. Especially tiger lilies. Every time they're in the house, literally in 2 days, I have a sinus infection. Literally.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, and I would buy them when I used to buy them, I would buy them every other week or something like that, and I always got sinus infections.
Oh wow!
So I can't do that.
You finally put it together. You're like, hold on, it might be these damn flowers.
This is these flowers. Every time I buy these flowers, I'm getting sick.
Well, damn. Well, community, let us know. Do you care about Valentine's Day? If you do or don't have a boo, is that a holiday that you enjoy? And if so, let us know. And if not, let us know. We want to know the plethora of thoughts here. Because like Jarrell said, he gonna take it if you ain't getting none. Oh, no, that's right. All right, so we're 30 minutes in. Should we just do Ask Your Aunties and then say all the Grammy talk for after?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right, we'll take a quick little tea break. We interrupt this episode for very important information.
That's right. You've been asking for it for a long time, and we have heard you.
Yep, it's been a long time coming, but it's finally here.
Yo,
aunties
got merch! Hey, that's right. You know what? We got tees, we got long tees, we got sweatshirts, we got fanny packs, there's just a whole gamut of stuff out there. So go and check that out.
We are so appreciative of your love and support, and we are so excited to launch it. Girl, where can we find us at?
Ma'am, they can head right over to MinorityReport.com to check out the selection.
That's right. That's MINORITEA report.com.
Woo! I'm about to go get me some myself. I love moments in corporate America where other Black people really in their day-to-day life would want to say nigga. Nigga, come on. But you can't do it in the corporate setting. That should be crazy. Nope. It happened to me today. There's this one guy, we just kind of see each other. If there's opportunities to promote him, I promote him and vice versa, which is awesome. But there's just moments where it just be him and I. We'd be like, nigga, it's like we gotta mumble it, but we see each other.
I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to use bitch or sis.
Honey.
Just
honey has slipped out a couple times for me.
Shoot.
I know that's right. I know it's
invited all the Black people to the picnic.
All right, ladies, what time is it?
Ask your
Your
Yeah. All right, so continuation of our Black History Month conversations. This one says, "Hey aunties, happy Black Miss." Let me say that again. Hey aunties, happy Black History Month. I'm curious. Do you think it's warranted to still have a month dedicated to Black history, or do you think it's a cop out so that people can ignore Black history the rest of the year? That's a loaded
I
question.
yeah.
Let's be
I don't know that
honest.
those two things are okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. The people that they are speaking of are going to ignore Black history during Black History Month.
That's a whole word.
So whether you have it or not, the people who need it the most are not paying attention.
I
That's true.
100% agree with that. I also feel like um, I get that there is this notion that Black History Month is not really it's not really moving the needle. But for Black History Month, we would not have as much representation and conversations
Mhm.
about the Black experience, full stop, period. So I get it's the same argument with like Pride. Like, has Pride, the Pride parades or Pride months or whatever, lost its gusto because we're so integrated into, the rest of society and blah, 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 blah. The reality of it is, at least from my point of view, is that we have these things because there's still inequity that exists. And as long as that inequity exists, we need to be continuing to fight for having the space, the time, the dedication to have these conversations. And if that's February for 28 damn days, we're going to take the whole 28 damn days.
Honey, a word. You nailed it. I ain't got nothing to add to
Yeah.
that. That's exactly what it is. It's society outside of the melanated persuasion has shown that they still are not going to take the time
Mhm.
to represent our history.
Right.
Matter of fact, we see currently they are trying to still erase our history and
Yeah.
Look at
erase
Florida.
us out of society. So it's just
Right.
like
It's okay to
that
talk
showed
about
in
slaves.
2023.
It's okay to talk about slaves, in history books for, that are probably traumatizing little Black boys and girls to hear all about their quote unquote ancestors ain't nothing but a bunch of slaves. But when you talk about the other end of the spectrum, which is this is
What
what
we've
white
done.
people have done, to, you know, the colonizers have done to,
Yeah.
Native Americans, what they've done to, to Black people in general, and there's an issue with that's problematic because so what are you saying? Your little white children and their feelings are more important than the Black children who are currently being traumatized by hearing about
Yep, that's
their
what they're saying.
ancestors being nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Bingo. It's
Right.
exactly what they're saying.
That's what they're saying.
exactly.
And they've said it for
So
over 400 years.
Whew.
so Black History Month still has presence, still has value, and it will still continue. I think the
I
other
think
part of
it
the
just.
question,
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, I think the other part of the question is a more interesting conversational topic,
The cop out.
the cop out for people to ignore Black history the rest of the year, because that's essentially, to your point, Carell, we're constantly seeing our history trying to be erased and not told and not acknowledged and celebrated as part of the founders, the builders of this country.
1000%.
I'm sorry, Jarrell,
1000%.
you were going to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Going with that, I think it's kind of relating back to the conversation about Valentine's Day. I think it's become very commercial. Like, it has become popular for businesses to jump on the Black History Month train to sell their products. And
Absolutely.
I
Well, we
think
saw
glad
that
they
last
do.
year. That
Yeah.
red velvet ice cream cake that ice
That's
cream
right.
that Walmart did
Beatrice was
last
like,
year.
damn, that sounds good though.
And then you had Florida.
First
I
of
can't
all,
remember. I think it was
I'm not
Tampa
gonna lie,
or
it was very good. It was very
Oh,
good.
you had it.
It was so good.
It's like, they got me, bitch. They got me.
Girl.
But I mean, here's the thing. America is a very commercialized country. So yes, it's commercialized, but you know what? If it makes you have to go into a Target and see my black ass, so be it. If you gotta go into a CVS and see all this black excellence, so be it. If you gotta go into a Rite Aid and see it, so be it, because we're dope as hell. So I want us to be
That we are.
everywhere. And even if it is maybe not as sincere as I want it to be, oh well, it's going to be there, and it makes us relevant and sees our representation everywhere. So that little Susie down the street goes into that Target and sees a black person that she might not normally see because they're clearly not putting her in the presence of our glory. So
Yeah.
I get people kind of harping and saying, oh, well, it's so commercialized and this and that. So, so is everything else in this country. So you know what? We want to be represented too in this damn store.
They bought and sold.
And it's helping out little black owned like companies as well, because like that's what I do as like most of my side gig at work is we literally have created a DEI program where we are helping with all the data solutions and needs for up and coming black owned businesses. So they are in these Targets, they are in these Albertsons, they are in these CVSs, and we're helping them target the right people to buy their products and gain additional space in these stores. So as much as the commercialization is there, I see almost the flip side, because day in, day out, that I'm helping these small black owned places saying, hey, this is the data that you need. This is who you need to target. So you gain additional distribution in these stores. And if it appears that it's going to be this commercialization of black people, so be it, because some of the companies are black people, you know, so it's like, shit, get your coffee brand out there, get your hair product out there, get your clothing brand out there, because we're just as talented as the Folgers. We're just as talented as the Kellogg's and the shit of the world.
Yeah, I agree. I also feel like if I can just give one piece of advice to corporate America about what to not do, don't be having some chicken and waffle soul food cookout for your Black History Month. Don't do that. Even if a black person suggests it, don't do that.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Send
even as delicious as that shit sound.
Right. No. Take that money and set that aside so you can send some of your people to some leadership conferences. You know, you can put some money into some black businesses. You can, diversify your vendor relations to make sure that you're bringing in diverse vendors into your organization. Like, those are much more meaningful, systemic ways to celebrate Black history. But if you're thinking about putting together a soul food potluck, or I'm going to read Sojourner Truth, novel, and then we're going to talk about no.
Who's cooking for this soul food potluck?
That's what I was thinking. You don't even know where to get this food from.
There's some black people that they shouldn't be. And most black people that can cook well don't bring their food to a potluck. How about that?
No, because
if you can cook well, you usually are bringing your food to the potluck, because your food needs to be eaten within a certain kind of temperature and a certain kind of control, and not with a whole bunch of people's fingers in it.
That was a Dewan and
you are absolutely right.
Soul food is cooked from the soul and love. We don't love have them bitches at work.
That's
so
you right.
That needs to be okay. Labuticus, we need to add that one.
You're right.
We don't love y'all hoes.
We don't love them bitches at work. It's like, I ain't about to give you my mac and cheese. You want my mac and cheese? I don't even understand your ass.
Because the mac and cheese, I'm gonna boil the noodles in regular water. Give you one cheddar cheese.
That's it. Yeah. One cheese,
and I might throw it in. I might throw it in the oven.
See,
you're right. Because now that I think about it, now if I got friends and family coming up, are we going all out?
Oh, we going in. We're going in.
And if it's a black-owned business and this is what you do, it's a different story. That potluck is a different story. But even the concept of a potluck, like in an office setting, you don't throw down for that. No, that's throwaway. So anybody that's like, and especially if they black and they raising their hand, like, I can't wait to bring my potato salad. Go ahead, sis. Bring your potato salad. Bring your potato salad. Bring your greens, them dry ass vinegary greens that ain't clean and got shit floating around. Bring all that. Let's have ourselves Let's have ourselves
You
one
don't
of them.
have ham hock high right now anyway. I ain't bringing no greens to work.
Girl.
Ham hock. These grocery
First of
bills
all-
high. No, you ain't getting the greens.
Right? Just,
And
just
as much as
poison all the
eggs
people.
cost, if I bring potato salad, it's just gonna be potatoes.
That's it.
Right.
Shit. It's like these eggs high. You ain't getting none.
Yeah.
You gonna get this same shit that you picked at that you normally pick up at the Kroger. I'm doing the same thing. We're gonna have some dry ass cake today.
There's
what you
definitely
get.
some black etiquette when it comes to where you bring your food and when like
That's the
and
true
the food that you
statement.
cook for people that you love and the food that you cook for everybody else.
It's a whole ass word. That's a whole conversation. We need to write that down. Hold on. What do you cook for people you love and people you don't?
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
I will. For the people I love, I will spend all day in the kitchen.
Facts.
And Jarrell be throwing down. Jarrell know how to
People-
cook. Jarrell know how to cook. That's a word. It's a whole.
It's what I love to. I love to cook for my family, my friends. Like it is what I love to do.
Yes.
Because that's another thing. It's like you don't eat everybody's food.
You be having the
and
boo-boo
this podcast
runs.
live forever, so. But quickly
No.
too, though, like if you think you're not celebrating Black History Month, guess what, boo boo? There's a lot of inventions from Black people that you didn't even know the date that they made. So I'm just gonna name a few. You know, just to put this in your tea and stir it. The air conditioning unit, the almanac, the automatic cutoff switch, the automatic fishing device, the dustpan, the doorstop, the eye protector, the fire escape ladder, so New York stand up, the fountain pen, the furniture canister, the typewriter, the hairbrush, the keychain, the lawnmower, the lemon squeezer, the lawn sprinkler, the lock, the lantern, the mop, the motor, the peanut butter. Come on. Record player, the refrigerator, peanut butter. But he ain't here. I mean, come on, George Washington.
Yep.
Carver.
The spark plug, the street sweeper, the stove, the thermostat control, the traffic light, the tricycle, ice cream. Come on now. The potato chip. Come on, Lay's. You ain't got shit on the potato chip. Come on now. So it's just like
You forgot the most important one of them all.
Which one?
The United States of America.
Facts.
Wash your hands, wash your legs, wash your ass. See you next week. Period. Right?
I mean,
So
who
it's
built
like-
it? Who?
A whole ass word. A whole ass word.
Sorry.
So yeah,
guys.
so as much as you want to try to hate on the month, bitch, you can't get away from our greatness. It is what it is, bitch. So that was a good answer on this question. Continue to send your question to aya@minorityReport.com or DM us. All right, ladies, the Grammys. We'll start with like the fashion and then the performances first, and then we'll get to Beyonce because that's gonna be a whole little moment. So fashion, and actually, let me share my screen here. Actually, I brought up a couple. Let me see. How
okay. So I'm
There
trying
we
to
go.
remember. That was 2 damn days ago.
Right? I know that's right. So we got Doja. And so if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see on the screen, shout out to BuzzFeed. And I'm going to shout out these websites so they don't try to be taking our shit down. But Doja Cat.
From the neck down, it's a hit. The neck down, she's beautiful.
Ooh, but you don't like the neck up? Damn. He said I said what I said. Damn.
The nose down. The nose down. Her lips are gorgeous.
You don't like her thin eyebrows that she's doing now?
Does she have eyebrows?
Yeah. And let me see if I can even bring this even fuller.
And I think the hair needed to not be slicked back in this silhouette.
Okay. DeJuan, what you think,
like,
Boo?
She don't have the head shape for slicked back hair.
Oh, she don't got the head shape. Damn.
First of all, that's not a read. That is not a read. It's
not a read if
the
it's
truth,
a fact.
baby. That part. It is not a read if it's a fact. Like not everybody can pull off a bald head.
You right.
Facts.
You right.
Yeah. I would say, I think it's an interesting kind of matrixy kind of like look, very dominatrix and all that. But it's not necessarily really compelling. Like this to me is not like photograph red. It's
the fabric that makes it the dress. Like it's the same silhouette that we've seen 1,000 times.
Yeah, it is. And like it's interesting without saying
outfit
anything.
from the night, correct?
Say again.
Mm-hmm.
This was not her only outfit of the night.
No, like, and that's the thing. And I was
Yeah.
like, all these artists like wear like 95 different outfits. You know, one
Like,
for the
I think it
carpet,
was
one for the
it was a
show.
good red carpet look to just walk in and, you know, grab a picture. From the neck up, I still think there should have been a little more volume in the hair and a darker eyebrow. Like,
I don't know what nothing about this says Grammys to me, though.
Nothing says Grammys. What does it say? Oh Lord, I might have set you
This
up.
is-
Let's see what you
No. I would say this feels like MTV Music Awards. Like, it's more rock and
That's
roll than it
really
is like. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's more rock and roll than it is kind of like Grammys, which is kind of like the upper echelon of music excellence. This does not read that. This is like,
baby,
You
she
know,
just got the
I'm going to
invite,
party.
okay? She just
Ooh,
got
she
the
just got-
okay.
and see, and y'all be calling me the savage one.
Right.
Trust
Said I ain't been on here for a minute. I gotta get it all out.
Exactly.
Oh, here's a closer up here, right there for you.
Oh no, no ma'am. No,
He said no ma'am.
Yeah.
No ma'am. All right, what we think
It's-
about Lizzo?
Hated it. Hated it.
What I will say is I love her, and from the neck up, she is everything.
Her face was beat. Her
Beat.
face
Yeah.
was beat.
Hair
And
is
everything
looking gorgeous.
whoever styled her for the Grammys, every outfit should lose their accreditation and their job.
Oh damn! You didn't like the silver outfit she had? Do you like the silver one
First
better
of all,
than the
she-
orange one?
Please, I don't want any hate for this. She
Oh,
looked
Lord.
like a Thanksgiving turkey before you took the aluminum foil off. It was not like it
I
did
agree.
nothing for
I
her
agree with
shape. It did absolutely nothing for her shape. Like, we have seen Lizzo look phenomenal. And what she wore to the Grammys this year,
Y'all are killing me.
Honestly, I've never been a fan of Lizzo's style, like her style. Never. It doesn't feel something about it. Like, if you just look at this picture right here, I'm sorry, but that rose and this coral, and then with this white piping, does not look good on her skin tone.
you know what this looks like? You know what this looks like. So you know
What?
when drag queens come out in the big ruffly coat and they think they're going
The
to do a reveal in the middle of the song, this was the reveal. She had
That's
the
what it
coat
is.
closed and she
Yep.
tried to reveal. And the
Because she
reveal
did. She
should've
actually
stayed
did. 'Cause
home.
It had a hood. It had a hood or whatever on top of
Oh.
it. And yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
here we go. Here's the fuller kind of thing of it.
She should have
There you
kept the
go.
hood on.
See?
That
Yeah,
right
it looks.
there,
I
she
will
should
agree.
have
It looks
stayed-
better with the cape
that-
on.
That should have just like if she
Yeah.
would have
What's-
that's it. The opening, she
What
lost
she
all credibility.
healed should have been stayed covered up.
Girl,
'cause-
she
Why we got to see that?
so in
Why
the
we gotta
second
see that?
picture, she was accepted to Harvard. In the first picture, she decided to go to community college.
Oh wow!
No,
Damn.
she
Okay,
decided that
well,
she was going to participate in the cookout. she was going to be bringing food to
Yeah, y'all do
food in that first
Lizzo,
one.
don't do Lizzo that way.
But let's
All
be
right, so what we
clear.
think about-
Let's be clear.
Uh-huh.
Real quick. Let's just be clear. This is not about Lizzo's size. This is actually
No.
about the style.
It's the styling.
I just
because
want to be
she
clear.
has had outfits that she looks phenomenal in.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
All right, the one and the UNITY, Miss Queen Latifah.
The
What we thinking about
NOO. Nope. Not this. I'm Wednesday too. Look, I'm sorry. Like this
See,
is
Wednesday
not-
too.
You know what it was giving me? Andre Leon Talley on a budget.
Y'all don't leave these queens alone now.
First of all, they should have
Look,
left their
hey, you
stylists
asked for
alone.
it.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't ask the question. You don't want the answer.
You said
I just-
Andre
again,
Leon
I
Talley
don't-
on a budget. Damn.
I just don't
I mean-
understand how this says I'm going to the Grammys. This says she hanging out with me in Palm Springs. That's what it says to
Yeah.
me.
Her face was beat
This-
though. She always looked good in the face.
Always.
Right?
Always.
Her hair always be snatched.
Here's the thing.
I don't know
She
about
just
the
happened. She just happened to be in
the
LA,
whiskers though.
and had nothing to do that night. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
No, she had to rap with
Yeah.
the rap performance. We'll get to that performance, but she had to be there for that. She the queen.
She was a last minute fill-in. That's what this outfit is giving. Last minute fill-in. Like
like who?
I
who
was
picks,
here.
Who picks a
and
black?
they needed me.
Who picks like a black burnout velvet, crisscross neck, boat sleeve, like caftan to wear
Somebody
to
who was not planning on going.
who
She didn't plan
go
on
to the
going.
Grammys. I'm sorry.
Damn, y'all doing my queen wrong. All right. What we think about Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Baby, that man, oh my God. Scratch my hand every day of the week, baby.
Scratch my hand, Dwayne. I know that's right.
Ooh.
Babe.
I don't know who
Same.
that is on his arm.
That's
and
his,
I don't
that's
care.
his wife. That's his boo.
Oh, well.
I like this color on him. I like this color.
It's
I like
beautiful.
when men wear color on the carpet and stuff, and in a silhouette that's maybe a little different than
when the right
Tom Ford
man
suit.
wears the right color.
Yeah. This is a good example of that, and I like how
It
he's
was
got like the
beautiful.
little slip blouse shirt underneath it.
Yeah.
Baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we all
it's
agreed on
this is
that
super
one.
cute.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, ma'am.
Ooh.
First of all, he should have left his grandma's couch alone.
Oh, damn. Not Anderson .Paak. Don't do his grandma couch like that.
Okay.
He's
I'm
the one who
actually
did
not
his
gonna
grandma's
lie.
couch like that.
I actually like this tuxedo.
It should have been
What
a
I don't
black
like.
pant. It should have been a black pant with just the blazer.
Well, what's
Like,
throwing
you
me
don't do
off
the
is the
whole-
shirt. Why
The
are
wife
you
beater?
wearing like a wife beater? No, that with this, and then the hat. I don't know. That I'm not crazy about, but I actually do like this suit.
This is what happened when you give niggas a little bit of money.
Should have never given you money. You're right. All right. So I'm going to kind of skip around here because we don't care about Future too much. Future, it's a regular suit.
Future is in the past.
Yeah.
Future is in the past. What we think about her?
Baby, the titties was sitting right.
It was sitting.
Baby.
They were sitting here and they don't have the second picture.
Oh,
so like the
yeah,
bottom
you
of the
can't really
dress is
see.
kind of like almost the bottom of the dress is kind of almost like Latifah's like burnout kind of thing. It was like a sheer burnout black little skirt on this one.
It was
see if
a
we can
mermaid
find another
silhouette.
one. Yeah.
I believe.
I mean, you can't see that from this picture, so all I see is just black from the titties down.
Black from the titties down, bitch.
Baby, she showed you what you needed to see.
I guess so.
Right. She said, "My titties are up here."
Oh, yeah.
That part.
All right, let me go to another slide here. Let's see here. I'm gonna share screen again. We're gonna go to which tab is this one? The best dress. Let's go here. Share. What do you think about Miss Cardi? Miss Cardi B.
This is how you come to the Grammys.
Okay.
This is how
100%.
This is how you come.
Ain't nominated for nothing,
girl. That part.
But she showed up and showed out.
Yeah, I agree. I like that blue color on her skin
honestly,
tone.
this is what I love to see. I love to see when people who don't have money, because like them first couple of years of celebrity, when they just let anybody dress them.
She had money. Okay.
No. Yeah, she didn't used to have money, but when you're first coming into like your own celebrity and whatnot, your style is struggles. But I love when people get with the right team who can start doing things like this. Like this is phenomenal.
I agree. And she
But
walked in, you could tell she knew she looked like money.
Mm-hmm. She also has a huge say in what she looks like when she comes out on a red carpet. Like
that's a true
she's not gonna let you just put her into some bullshit.
At least not anymore.
She's not letting you put her in that Lizzo outfit.
Yeah.
Damn.
You will never see her.
No, not at all.
Damn.
Just,
hold on.
I'm actually waiting for a designer that's specifically.
Wait, did you say this was the best dress list?
Yeah,
that's what this statement said.
Best dress list, and Lizzo is the second one you scroll past.
I'm sorry, boo.
Everybody should lose their job. Nobody, no credibility. No credibility.
I'm just waiting for a designer to pop up that specializes in big girls, because I feel like a lot of big girls, they end up getting with designers that want to cover them up or expose them too much and not work with their body shape like anyone else. Gabourey
Christian
Sidibe is a
Soriano.
victim to this.
Christian Soriano has been
He does
the best.
a good job. Yeah, I would say he was probably the best.
He's probably
job.
the best. He is the best to work with big girls.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'd agree with that.
Out of like maybe the big houses and things like that, yes.
Yeah,
there might be some smaller designers that we don't know of yet that I agree with Dewan that hopefully get that shine. Be like, okay, this is what I do all day, every day. I feel like some of these bigger houses, like we're appeasing the situation still instead of saying, no, I want to make sure they look the best. Like I want to give them a Cardi dress. I want to make sure that they're on the best dress list and come in with a moment. I feel like the rest of them still kind of appease the situation. Say, I don't want to get backlash. I don't want to be blackballed in this industry. So I guess I got to make you a dress kind of thing. Let's see here. Let's go quickly to Jennifer Lopez. We'll do a couple more here.
You can keep scrolling. Okay.
Ooh, damn, we can keep strolling. This is not how I want to see J-Lo. At least not in that kind of hair.
It's not bad. It's not bad, and it's not great. Like, it's all right.
I mean, but what is Jennifer Lopez doing at the Grammys anyway?
I hate you. Please stop. Please.
Next.
Woo!
Next. I mean, look, even her own husband, his look said it all. Why is we
that?
He was ready to go home.
Right. That's Pharrell. But
that's Pharrell.
That's Pharrell.
You know Pharrell always going to come with something.
Yeah.
What we think about Pharrell here?
I feel like this is classic Pharrell. This feels like Pharrell to me. Is it cute? I wouldn't wear it, but he's always a little bit to the
I feel like it should have been a different color. I feel lose the fur and the outfit should have been a different color. I don't think red with his skin tone is the way to go.
Yeah. Like what color?
The one thing I like about Pharrell though is like
honestly that the blue that Cardi was wearing. I think if this was blue and you lose the fur, I think he would have been on point. Or white.
So you're saying he looks like Eddie Murphy from Delirious, or is it Delirious?
I mean,
no, because that's the thing.
Now that you say
Eddie Murphy, yes, but on Eddie Murphy, because of his skin tone, red. Like I don't wear red. Red does not look good on me, but on you, Carell, red would look beautiful.
Right? Yeah.
It's all about. I just don't think red is his color. The suit I'm fine with. I lose the fur. It's just way too.
I wonder why he opted for a reddish fur that was like so much darker than the actual outfit. That was an interesting choice.
That's what they had in stock that day.
Not what they had in stock.
All right, so we're gonna end on this person.
Furs.
Right. All right, what did we think about Beyonce's look of the night? The main one. She had a couple of them. The one with the aluminum foil. For those community you're not watching, so sorry. This is a visual part of the audio a little bit, but Beyonce, the aluminum foil dress that she wore.
Yeah, I did not love it. I liked it, but I did not love it. I think there was between the flesh tone that was not her tone, the black gloves, and the aluminum foil with the ruffle. It was going in too many directions for me that I was like, huh, okay.
What do you think of Dewan?
I agree that I didn't love it. Like when I saw it at first, it wasn't one of those things I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so amazing. So for all the folks that are out there that think that we just love and eat up everything Beyonce does, not always.
99.9% though.
The fit was beautiful. The fit.
Oh yeah, her fit is always going to be right.
I think the thing that I thought of when I saw her in this total look, like even from the way her hair is styled to the way her makeup is done, etc. I felt like this is tapping into kind of like what's coming in fashion versus a representation of what's like now. I could be completely wrong. But it would be interesting to get a little bit of the story behind this dress. Because wouldn't it be cool if like her aunt, if this was like her Uncle Johnny's like style dress?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Johnny made my dress. And I don't think it is. Like, I think because
No,
on
it's
my notes
not. But I'm
report,
just
he
saying,
called
like that would
her
explain a lot.
stylist. Let's see what he said, because a lot of what she's been wearing lately has been custom. So this one was custom Gucci, and it was styled by her stylist KJ Moody. And so this go round, she has a new stylist, like, and maybe the last year or so, and you can kind of tell because she's kind of been wearing a little more. I don't know if the word's out there, but just different from Beyonce, really, kind of thing. And I feel like the way her stylist dressed, because he kind of wears like a lot of stuff like this, is kind of bleeding off to her, at least for this part of the album cycle. Because I'm not sure if you saw her dress for the Rock Nation brunch, where it was like the white kind of like high collar and like the corset that was silver like this as well. So she's kind of been going more alien superstar look than anything lately.
Yeah, but I think what she wore for the Rock Nation was a cohesive look. I think the color blocking in this was a miss.
Yeah, maybe the gloves.
I don't think
maybe the gloves are throwing it all off.
I don't
think
color
of the gloves.
The fit and the style of the dress is a miss because it looks gorgeous on her.
Yeah,
it gives me very Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Who was his girlfriend?
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit. Like it gives me very Jessica Rabbit. I wish it would have been a solid color. Now the black one,
now though that she changed into was it.
Gorgeous. Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna wear black, this is how you're gonna wear black at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Like she looked fire. She looks
I know
amazing.
I know that's her husband, but did he have to be in the picture?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, no, yes, he did.
Do you always take pictures with Adam?
No.
Exactly. So he could have
but we didn't have a Becky with the good hair situation.
You're right.
So yeah, you're gonna be in every single one of these pictures.
You're gonna take this picture.
Right. I'm still not convinced Becky's hair was all that good. I'm still not convinced Becky's hair was all that good.
Ooh, it was good enough for him.
To dip, that's right.
But no, this is what she should have wore all night.
Yeah,
this was it. That's what we want from Beyonce. Yeah. This black one, and then whatever she had in her. Where's the picture? Her on her Instagram too.
Yeah,
this one. That's what we want from Beyonce.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Yeah. I've actually really been enjoying a lot of these architecturally structured garments. They feel so like if someone were to say, what year was this dress made? And you said 2023, you would say that's about right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It feels very future focused.
Do you remember Chris Tucker in Fifth Element?
You know what? I'm done.
Yes.
No, first of all, I loved that outfit. That leopard print outfit he wore in Fifth Element, like that's what this is giving me, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
But this is how you want Beyonce to show up. That's what she should have worn on the stage. That's why I want her to accept her awards in this outfit. This or the black one. The other one was like, okay, it's cute. It's cute or whatever. That's your brunch outfit, Beyonce.
Yeah.
This is Beyonce. This is the Beyonce I want right now. So
I hear that.
But community
her acceptance dress is what Queen Latifah should have wore.
I never seen Queen Latifah with all her leg out.
But you know she got good legs. You know she got good legs.
Oh, for sure.
She got to have good
1,000.
legs.
She looks amazing still. But I don't know if Queen Latifah would ever just have her legs out there. I don't know. She said, I'm a queen. I'm a lady. But okay, so now, we're hour 5 in. We got to talk about the snub. So Beyonce's been nominated for Album of the Year for I Am Sasha Fierce, for Beyonce, for Lemonade, and now for Renaissance. And I feel every time they utilize Beyonce for ratings, it gets everyone excited to see if she's going to win Album of the Year, which she should have won for a couple of these by now. And I feel like somehow behind the scenes, they like make it appear that she's probably going to win to continue to keep them coming. Because after the last time, I mean, Jay and Ape said, fuck this 0 for 8 shit. Like, because he was nominated 8 times, made him show up. Oh, Jay-Z's in the building. Jay-Z's here. Da, 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 da. And get the album of the year. Last time Beyonce showed up, oh, Beyonce album of the year. Da, da. Did not get it. And that's happened 4 times to her now. And so this time I was surprised she was there, honestly. I was like, she ain't going to come. And she shows up again. And they give Jay-Z the closing song. So it makes it appear again that, okay, maybe this year's different. Maybe this year we'll come back, da, da, da. And it doesn't happen again. And I get it. The Grammys are voted for, like, it's just out of a lot of their controls. Multiple people in the Grammy community that vote. I get it. But there was an article that said when she was late and then she got there, the ratings jumped up 70%. So again, and throughout the whole show, they kept on saying, maybe Beyonce will win album of the year, and she's the most winning Grammy person ever now, and this and that, and utilizing her name and her stardom to still shit on her at the end. And it's just not about her. It's about Black women. It's about Black culture. It's about, this comes up time and time again, but they'll maybe give you a little crumb here and there, and then they're going to give the song of the year to Bonnie Raitt, which I love Bonnie Raitt, by the way. The lady can blow. But nobody knew that song was there. Nobody knew she was probably still around doing songs. And so it's just like, it's this habitual nature. And shout out to Lizzo for winning record of the year, at least. But it's just like this habitual nature of utilizing Beyonce. Don't show up no more, Beyonce. Don't show up no more, because we keep giving the Grammys credibility. And we've said this many times on the podcast. We need to give our own shit credibility, the NAACP Awards, the BET Awards, and make them to this high standard, because we're the one that's moving music forward. We're the one that's moving culture forward every time. And we're seeing everyone else taking these genres from us and then winning album of the year, winning blues of the year, winning rock and roll of the year. Winning all, and it's just like, we do this shit. And it's not, and the people that's winning it ain't to the caliber and to the standard of when we do the shit. So it's so frustrating to see this time and time again. And it's, again, not just Beyonce. It's about Beyonce, but it's not just about Beyonce.
I think the thing we need to remember, and this, y'all know me, we have been through this many times. I am a Beyonce fan. I am not a part of the Beehive. I have never, like, I'm not one who, like, rides or dies for Beyonce like y'all.
She said,
now,
like y'all.
This last album, you can't tell. You can't,
right,
like she came out with Renaissance. It has been literally on replay for 6 months, 7 months at this point. For me, it was definitely album of the year, but I think we need to remember, like you said, the people who are voting are not the people who this particular album, and I'm only speaking about this year.
For sure.
They are not the ones that this album was for and dedicated to. So I never, watching the Grammys this year, although there was all of this hype, I did not think for a second that she was going to get album of the year, because this was Black.
A Black queer album.
It was queer.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people outside of Black and queer who could not understand why she released this album. And I think that right there should have told us all we needed to know about why she didn't get album of the year. Now, I think there were better albums than Harry Styles, but
that part.
But you know, Harry Styles is what we know of a hetero white male
that doesn't get these opportunities all the time,
right? Who is in a hetero white male dominated industry?
Yeah.
So I think, although yes, it sucks that album wasn't recognized the way that we wanted it to be recognized, it does not take away from what that album means to so many people.
Yeah, no, that's a true statement. But what you think about the moment, Dewan?
And to be honest, again, she is still the most winningest. Like, don't let that fact.
That's true. That's true.
Give album of the year to Mr. Styles. He still ain't touching what Beyonce has done over her career, and still has yet to do.
I agree. And I also feel like, and I don't have anything to back this up, but just on speculation. I believe that at this stature of her career, the validation of quote unquote the Grammys is she didn't got like 5,900 of them. So, like I totally get your point around album of the year. I would love to see, I would love to see the creation of a Black focused Grammy esque awards show, whatever you want to call it, to be created that actually acknowledges from our history, because I feel like that would just be more rewarding. Um, I would have loved to have seen her take home album of the year, because like, damn, what a bitch got to do to make that happen when like all these others are coming out with
Seriously.
like eh, I, I don't know the inner workings of the
Like
Grammy system
you're
and how
telling
they
me for 4 straight albums in a row. And sorry,
yeah.
and I think there might be a delay in the internet too. But I'm just saying, like, for 4 straight albums, you tell me for 4 times in a row somebody put a better album than hers. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I don't know what the scoring criteria is for like what makes an album of the year, but yeah, I at the end of the day, I'm glad that she has been recognized. I'm glad that she got so much love from other artists that were there, especially like from Lizzo. Obviously, Adele was there, who won it over her, a couple years ago or whatever, and so that's really great. But it's just time for like a new standard, of how specifically Black music is evaluated and becomes like the top tier of those kind of accolades. I think the lineup will be very different.
Because I'm
Who will be
tired of this.
nominated will be
But
very
shout out.
different.
It's a true statement. I agree. But shout out to Samara Joy as well. She won the best new artist, which was probably a shocker for a lot of folks. And I didn't really know her well. Like I had kind of heard the name here and there, but I went and downloaded all her stuff. She sounds like Sarah Vaughan to me, and I love Sarah Vaughan. So I'm like, okay,
Really?
you over here singing jazz and you won the best new artist. Here for it. So I went and downloaded. So when I'm on this plane later this week, I'm listening to the whole catalog of her. And I love that she's 23 years old. She's from the Bronx, she's from New York, and she's singing jazz and like standards and things like that. So I'm like, that's fire. So
Yeah.
I was like, at least there's a couple moments that were like blackety black. And honestly, they celebrated the 50 years of hip hop. And the producer of the show is a Black man, Jesse, that he did. What was the year that was it the Oscars that was a little different? That were like, okay, that's kind of dope. And he did a couple things where we're like, okay, that was cool, kind of perspective of during the quarantine.
Was he not the same producer from this previous year's Oscars when the infamous slap went down?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yep, I think it was. So I'm glad that at least behind the scenes we're starting to infiltrate behind the scenes and how these shows are being produced and who's going to at least be able to to present and perform, because that 50 years of hip hop was fire. Like that,
Yeah.
I was like, that's just seeing the Black excellence and how dope we are for 50 years. Like showed up everybody, and giving those people their flowers while they're still alive. The pioneers of hip hop and those that have like trailblazed across the way. And it also showed how much better they are than a lot of the newer artists. Because I forget what's his face came out towards the end and did his, and then everybody, the energy like dropped. And then Glorilla, even though I like Glorilla, came out and she was all off beat and shit. I was like, damn, you letting the pioneers down. Oh, but yeah, so I don't know. Out of all the other performances, Lizzo was fine. Like her performance was fine. She got and took us to church. Smokey and Stevie still show you the Black excellence, because they might have been the best performance outside the hip hop one.
Yeah.
First of all, have you seen the release of Smokey Robinson's new album?
Oh, and it's called Gasms. Smokey's new album.
I saw the playlist, but I haven't.
Have you read the song titles?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, them song titles.
Honey.
This old man done got his refill on his blue pills, and he really did impregnate somebody. Girl, go read these song titles.
Hold on, I'm going to. I need to find it. Gasm album. Let's see here.
It was. This gives
Well, I
me
mean, he
like Ron
said
Isley
you ain't going like.
vibes.
Let me see here. Why he looking like this though? He looking into your soul, like, okay,
Right.
Smokey.
Because what you don't know is he's already got 3 babies on the way.
Where I'm trying to find the top
The song
let's
titles.
see here. Yeah. All I see is like they kind of in this article at least stated a few of them. It's a 9-track LP. The lead single is called "If We Don't Have Each Other," but then I see "You Fill Me Up." I fit in there. Okay, now I want to know your body,
Baby, I fit in there.
And you know what them 9 tracks mean? He got 9 inches. Come on, Smokey.
Baby, sound like that man who was rubbing his fist into your thigh, Dewan.
Funny.
I'm not mad. Smokey said older people, older people still gotta, do what they gotta do when they gotta do it. So go ahead, Smokey. Give us the R. Kelly 12 play for the older generation.
First of all, girl, Viagra fucked it up for all of the sugar babies.
Literally.
So you used to be able to just go spend time with them and get your rent paid. No, baby.
No, you got to put in a little work.
You got to get some of this sugar.
I know that's right. But
baby, he got to open up that stevia packet.
Beyonce, we still team Beyonce. We still gonna try to get these tickets, these expensive ass tickets. And I agree with Dewan though.
You got to talk for yourself. I have stated it before. I just jumped on the Beyonce as a solo artist train. Like I was riding this train and I said, I'm going to get these tickets. I am going to this show. And it is not Beyonce's fault. Ticketmaster fucked it up for her. Because I put them tickets in the cart and got ready to check out last night. And I was like, okay, I'm going to spend this $1,200 for these floor seats. Like, we're going to do it. And Ticketmaster came back and said, you also going to pay a $1,300 service fee. Then you going to pay $450 for taxes. And then you are going to pay a $7.50 delivery fee.
Yep.
It's like, am I getting a pizza or what?
I said, first of all, what? There's a service fee and a delivery fee. What are you delivering? It's an email. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I will have to watch this tour from Instagram stories.
The bootleg. I know that's
that
right.
Part. Y'all enjoy.
I saved my coins for this tour. I was like, I'm going to this damn tour.
Oh, baby, I saved them. But you know what the saying says? If you broke, just say that. And I'm telling y'all right now, baby, I'm broke because I can't do it. I can't. No, ma'am, I'm broke. I don't have it. I ain't gonna find it.
That's a word.
No, ma'am.
Did you get tickets, Dewan?
Yeah, I'm going. I'll be there in Paris.
Oh, so you are going to the Paris show? You going to get That's what I figured. Damn. I know.
Send me lots of pictures, please. Lots of pictures.
Yes,
right. I know that's right.
Yeah.
Luckily, mine is after I get off this damn cruise. So I'm like, okay, it's that Monday after the Philly show for the tickets to go on sale. And I wanted to go to the Paris one, but Corey said, you ain't going to damn Paris without me. So I said, he said it might be grounds for divorce.
Oh,
and I don't blame you. It's Beyonce and Paris. That's a double whammy. So I was like, okay, I'll stay my ass here in the U.S.
Yeah, well.
So are you only going to see it in Philly, or are you going to try to get somewhere else?
Once I started seeing some of these prices, like, because it's just so hard to get the tickets, and then it's the dynamic pricing that Ticketmaster does. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, I would
Yeah.
genuinely want to see it in Atlanta because
Mhm.
I think that's going to be the show of all shows because it's just so black and queer there, and just that energy there's just going to be so black and queer. But I don't think so. I think we're just going to
Yeah.
do Philly, maybe New York, like East Rutherford. We didn't get the tickets. The tickets are already on sale, but maybe like at the last minute say, okay, you know what, let's splurge and we'll sit in the
Gotta go.
nosebleed since we already
Yeah.
saw it in Philly, kind of thing. So.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But community, if you got the tickets, let us know. If you're gonna be out in Philly, let us know. If you're gonna be anywhere we're gonna be, Paris, it sounds like. Jarrell might still go in Dallas or somewhere in Texas. Let us know. And we'll
Baby,
at
if
least
I
say
go
hello and
in
get a picture.
Dallas, it will be very last minute, and I might just go sit in the parking lot.
Hey, there we go.
Catch a note here or there.
I know that's right.
Oof.
That's the way to
I
do
just
it. But
like an
go
extra
ahead.
$2,000 in taxes and
It's
fees.
ridiculous.
Like, ma'am,
Yeah.
who said the way my bank account is set up, girl.
I mean, look, we already
piranha.
knew. We already knew that this was gonna be coming at our checks.
And that's and I had saved up and I knew what I was gonna pay.
But
And I had what I was gonna pay plus a little more. Baby, I got to make rent.
Ticketmaster got
Like,
that
how can
ass.
you Ticketmaster said, okay, you can pay for the ticket, but now I need you. You about to get an eviction notice next month because you got to pay
Right.
these service fees. Okay, I said,
yeah.
We
I
can do
did.
something.
I don't know if you saw
Beyonce, I'm sorry.
that message that came from the White House from President Biden, but you know there was a call to action around things exactly like this, calling out like these extra fees that are being added onto
Yeah.
things and whatnot. And I know
Somebody
it's like
didn't
it's
pick up
more
the
like
phone because the call was missed.
yeah. Well, I figure this won't get resolved before the Beyonce concert, but but hopefully for future engagements. Maybe by the time Blue Ivy is going on tour.
Right, Blue Ivy on tour. Well, community, if you go on somewhere again, let us know. Let's see your pictures because I'm sure people are going to show out for Alien Superstar outfits and everything. We'd love to
Yes.
see them. We'll post them on the stories and all that good stuff. But Jarrell, again, boo, thank you for hopping in at the last moment. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. There is one topic we did not cover.
We ain't going to cover it today.
Well,
wait, what was we missed here?
Miss
Viola
Davis
We do
just
have
got
to
her
say that.
EGOT.
Yep.
Oh,
That is
yeah,
true.
yeah.
We do have to say that.
Girl,
Shout
that is not
out
something
to
we can miss
Viola.
over.
That is a huge thing. That is a massive thing.
Yeah.
And you can tell she was proud of it too. And a lot of times people are like, oh, why are you shouting yourself out? That's a lot of
Baby,
work, honey.
that is
And
a
a lot
lot
of
of
people
work.
that look like us and look
A
like her
whole
do
lot of
not
work.
get it. Even though a lot
Yeah.
of the last EGOTs have been black people. So, you know,
They
it is
surely
what it
have,
is. We're
baby.
talented, ho. So, but yeah, no, shout out to Viola. I agree. EGOT status. And then
Yes.
community, we're going to let Dewan go out there and enjoy Palm Springs. So we're going to get on out of here.
Girl,
So
within
you have to wash
the
your
little
hands.
hour, within the little hour that we've been in here, I've been interrupted like a gazillion times by the Airbnb people. I'm like, damn, can I just get an hour to relax?
And 43 minutes, baby.
I know that's right. Well, wash your hands, wash your legs, wash your ass. We'll see you next week. Or actually,
Y'all.
you'll see them next week. I'm going to go
You'll see me.
somewhere. Bye.
You'll see me for sure.